My name's Peter Levine, and I'd like to talk to you about my book, The Mechanics of Happiness. Some of the background to it, why I wrote it, to get the best from it, and really to give an overview and give the book a context, a place, because I think there are things in there which are very important for everybody, and I think that there are clues, there are learnings, there are lessons to be extracted from within the book, which I think represents a mine, if you will, for people to dig into. I grew up in a Western urban setting, came from a classic dysfunctional background, ticked all of the wrong boxes, and I realized very early on that I was in a struggle, I was in a fight to the death, if you will, between a world which I didn't really understand and a universe that called me on and that I wanted to be a part of. Now that may sound prosaic, that may sound excessively profound, but that's how it was. I think, like everybody, I was troubled. My peace was disturbed by questions like, who am I? What am I? What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of life? What do we do? What's it all about? What's it all for? And I found myself in a situation where I was unable to access good guidance or leadership, and so I went off, or I decided that I'd go on a journey, if you will, to discover the classic quest that we have in so many traditions, everything from Homer's Odyssey to Arthur's Knights of the Round Table and their quest for the Grail. This idea of a search for something, for the truth, the meaning of life and existence, it bit me in a big way. So I went off, and over the course of years and then subsequently decades, the journey I set off on became a series of adventures, and for me personally it became an odyssey. I wanted to find knowledge, wisdom. I wanted to find teachers who might be able to provide that for me, and I discovered myself in some quite extraordinary circumstances. I met with charlatans and fakers, as well as eventually with the illumined and the wise, who could guide and give me that compass, that inner framework, if you will, with which to assess the world and the situation that we all find ourselves in. I studied with some of the most extraordinary people, with esoteric masters, with people from various esoteric traditions, because what I discovered was that the most potent knowledge was that which was hidden, that which was kept secret, if you will, and not generally available. I pieced together a lexicon of understanding. I wove a fabric, if you will, that I managed to clothe my own appreciation of the world, the planet we live on, and the universe with. And I've done very many things over the course of 30 years. One of the things I found myself doing, and still do, is working with very damaged young people and children. People who found themselves in very compromising situations, not through any making of their own. They're children, they're young people, but people who found themselves very let down by the world, by those around them who should have really provided and offered a better care and support network for them. I came to understand that there was a deficit in the world of basic happiness, fulfillment and satisfaction. Over the course of working with people like that and speaking to others, my own studies, as well as my esoteric and love of wisdom and knowledge from the hidden sphere, I also obtained degrees to master's level in philosophy, in history and in English. So I personally have a great love of knowledge and wisdom, and more significantly of its practical application. I believe that you can't keep what you don't give away, and through conversations with various people, I was compelled in the way that Martin Luther was compelled to make his protest against the church in the Middle Ages, in the time just before the Enlightenment or the Age of Reason. What he said in German was, "Ich kann nicht anders," which means I can do no other. And it was the same for me with the writing of these books, a series of 7 books that address the who, when, where, how, why, and what of existence. The 7th is to do with being. And I realized there was no guidebook in life. This was the book which, when I was younger and knew nothing, I wish I'd been able to access, because it answers many of the inquiries I had. Now, this isn't a panacea. It doesn't set itself out to be a compendium of answers. It is a compendium of perceptions, a series of perceptions, a series of clues, and a series of keys to open doors to rooms and chambers that you may not even have realized were there for you. But let me tell you now, as a human being, they are your birthright. It's what you were born to do, to explore, to discover, to stretch back the boundaries of your own possibility and potential. That is the thing that motivates us all and drives us all on. The urgency to grow, to learn, to become better than we are or were. So the Mechanics of Happiness is a practical lexicon of stories, guidance, wisdoms, counsels, methods, techniques, practical exercises. It's a whole range of things, and really it's an invitation to the foothills of the journey of personal emancipation and ascendancy that I think we all crave, and we all deserve the opportunity to make our own assessment about. That's something which I felt I wasn't given access to when I was a younger person. And I hope that if you're in a situation which is similar, whether you're younger or older, that's irrelevant. It's never too late to begin your quest. That the Mechanics of Happiness offers some insight and something for you. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy the book, and my intention, or so I'm told, is that I have to post more of these to speak to people. Thank you.